My name is Jordan.
My name is James.
I'm Jason, and we are Challenger Deep.
We're all from Atlanta, right?
This room,
Yeah.
Yeah. About 5 Points, Edgewood,
East Atlanta,
Southwest Atlanta.
Southwest.
Airport.
A little above the airport.
It's
Yeah,
not this one.
I guess I've been writing the music for quite a few years, and I really wanted to get a band going. And I had known Grant for like 6 years now, but he was always in another band. I kept saying, "Hey man, we should jam. I need a drummer." He's like, "Nah."
Nah, I'm good.
But then a couple years ago, I met Jordan at a bar, and we started playing guitar together. We really hit it off. And then we ended up meeting Grant and Jason at a Pliny show with Nick
Sean,
Johnson.
or
It was Pliny at
It was
the
Pliny, yeah.
Masquerade.
And they were like, I guess
Let's do this.
somewhat inspired by it, yeah.
Right.
I think so.
Yeah.
100%.
We've been playing guitar together for like 2 years before that, so, and then just trying to, fill out the other sections of the band, and it worked pretty perfectly.
Yeah.
I think we were all in other bands. I was in a big surf rock, basically I've been playing instrumental music for 10 years almost now, so. And then Grant's in Baby. Yeah.
I was in a band called XY. We played like Wrecking Ball, which was awesome. That didn't work out. And now,
Obviously.
Kilroy Cobra is also another band that I play in. It's like kind of indie psychedelic. We just played Friendship Festival. Got this sweet friendship bracelet on. It's
Ooh.
great. That was fun.
Neat.
What other band did you play in?
Oh,
yeah.
I played in a pop punk band in high school.
What was the name?
Oh, shit.
I love the name.
Oh, Girls Come With Hair.
What is it called?
Girls Come With Hair.
Girls Come With
Oh,
Hair.
Yeah, it wasn't my, pick, but that's what we were called.
I didn't mention my shitty high school bands.
Well, that's the only other one I got.
For sure.
Shout out, Girls Come With Hair.
Yeah, man. What's up, guys? I miss y'all. In this current incarnation, we've been a band for almost a year now, right? A little
I'd say
less.
like October, so
Okay.
it's been like 8 months.
Yeah, so about 8 months. So most of the songs that we've been playing lately are songs that I've been writing over the last few years, and I mean that's kind of how the idea for the band started. I've been writing these songs in my room by myself, and I really wanted to play them live. I was looking for people to help me realize that, and I found these guys. And I mean, I'm a guitarist in the band, and that's mostly what I write, and I play the bass too, but mostly my focus is on the guitar parts. So when I found Jordan, I showed him all these parts, and he's like, "What?" And we just worked really hard at locking in together, changing parts around to like better suit his tastes as well. And Jordan also wrote a song of ours. And when we started playing with Grant and Jason, they really helped flesh it out a little better because I'm not a drummer and I don't know anything about percussion. And I think even though I'm a bassist, like writing guitar parts sort of takes me out of the mindset of being able to like know what's best for bass in a song. So it's really helpful having someone as educated as Jason be able to tackle that.
Jason
Yeah.
has a degree in bass.
Yeah,
Well, guitar actually. Guitar and music theory, but
Same thing.
Still,
it's just less strings.
right.
Bass
I'm gonna
guitar.
get punched by bass players for saying that.
Bongos is like bongo on the record, and some other weird shit like the fiber slap, these
Yeah.
chimes.
Shells.
We'll use some shells.
What was that thing called with the string? With the two things on the end?
I don't know what that was. It was something I don't know what it's called.
There was a thing with strings.
Writing is fun. It's more, I don't know what I'm doing. So I just play it off something that will work. It's harder. It's harder. That's some weird shit. I follow and figure out what to do, type and answer. I'm getting pretty good at it though.
Usually what happens is James will come with basically a completed song, and then we work on just like locking in the guitar parts and maybe modifying them, adding, you know, a bridge here or there, or maybe even taking something out. A lot of like repetition number changes, like we'll go from 4 to 3 instead, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then after that, adding the bass and the drums and really locking that down. And then usually, I mean, with this EP that we've been recording, we've played all the songs live, I think, right?
Yeah.
Like at least, you know,
One
5
form
or
or
6
another.
times. Yeah.
Right.
And then in the studio, you know, just laying down the drums are always first. And then we do the guitar parts next and get that all down. And then, I mean, bass and guitar are pretty much interchangeable with whatever comes next.
We typically done bass last,
bass
which
last
in my
usually,
experience
though.
is actually different. Usually we would do like bass
Right.
then, or drums then bass, but it worked. I guess just because like the guitar parts are definitely where like the starting, it's like the foundation of the song.
Right.
And then like going in to record bass, sometimes I would think I would know what I'd be playing and listen to it, like instead of like a practice room, which is just like sound bouncing around everywhere and you kind of hear what it sounds like, but when you get in the studio, you're like very clear about, oh, that is not what we're going for. So I had
Right.
to change a bunch of stuff, but luckily we're working with this guy, Corey Batista. He's been awesome for sort of getting us from just, you know, having songs that sound good in like a live space to having songs that sound like as good as the songs that we love to listen to by the artists that we want to listen to, because that's what we're
Right.
going for. We want to have the music be like on that level
Yeah.
and be playing with those bands, hopefully. When you just get like a bunch of guitar parts, they don't necessarily sound like songs.
Right.
You have to kind of like sit on them for a while and try. Like Grant, I think, tried like a million different drum beats, like playing something different almost every time we played until we kind of like dialed into a specific sound. And then this is the first band I played bass on, so I just kind of like tried to lock in with him as much, and it's been pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one of the biggest challenges, but also most productive for us all, has been finding where each member, like what each member brings to the table, you know. And I think that creatively and like from like a marketability standpoint, we all have like different pieces of the puzzle that really works together well.
Yeah.
Like honestly, that's the most rewarding thing for me, because like when I am playing a song, no matter what, but usually it's easier to like what you're playing at the time. But then like having fun, like finding yourself having fun, listening to what you've created. I mean, that's just like a really proud moment to like hear ourselves, especially with the level of production that Corey's brought.
Yeah.
I think that
Shout out to Corey.
that's become a fundamental cornerstone of what makes me proud to be in this band.
Yeah, I think everyone who's done music or any kind of art is probably at one point like, you know, you're proud of something, but you show it to someone and you're just like, oh yeah, but you know, I like the lighting was weird that day, or
Right.
I feel good. It's all these like disclaimers, but this is
Excuses.
something
Yeah.
we can just be like, boom,
Here it
this
is.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our friends like it.
Yeah.
We honestly haven't. It
What
just
was
came
that?
out a few days ago. That song, everyone I've shown it to, I know, has
Yeah.
really liked
Yeah.
it.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
He said he had multiple orgasms.
That's what it- yeah, that's what it was.
When he saw the album art,
Orgasms,
I
yeah.
mean, wasn't even talking about the song, and I think the song is better than the album.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, just the song itself is great, but then your friend. Like,
Oh yeah,
blew
Catherine
us
Lewis.
away.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did the album art. And also, he didn't even fully realize what the album art was at first, and then came back
Oh,
and said
yeah.
he had
More
multiple
orgasms.
orgasms
Yeah.
after realizing it's a deep sea creature swallowing a submarine.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks, Catherine.
Check it out now on Spotify.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna try to see what happens with this single, and you know, we play a couple shows, things are going well, but outside of that, nothing really is happening. We'll probably put the EP out, but
It's done, man.
recording's done.
It went well. I think we're tentatively looking at a September release.
Oh,
Yeah,
are we?
mid to late September. That might be ambitious, but
Early to late September.
early to late next year.
Um,
Yeah, just I think that the goal for me is just to have a positive message to reach out to as many people as possible.
We have really positive lyrics.
Yeah, we have 2 lyrics, Rufio and Woo.
Woo,
And
yeah.
that's it.
Woo's my
So,
favorite.
yeah,
it's
Woo's
so
definitely
happy.
my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, we came up with that and it took us like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
That was a long day.
that was a long day, man. The writing process, just scribbling and
Yeah.
scratching.
I think
things
that was
out.
Grant's idea from the get-go.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were like,
Taking
I
notes
don't know,
on the
man.
typewriter.
Woo, really?
Yeah. What about Wah?
Yeah, I'd like to see it go as far as it can go. Honestly, I'd love to play some really big stages. I'd love to tour the world, and that's what I hope to do with Challenger Deep.
Just speaking for myself, and I think we all have sort of similar aspirations, which is why I think we're working so well together. It's rare to find people that can kind of all be on the same page and just steadily work towards something. But like I've been doing music for like 10 years now. It's like #1 dream, and I've put a lot of personal work into like improving myself and trying to find talented people to work with, and I want to see how far this can go too. It's kind of funny, it's like of all the like projects I was a part of or have been a part of, this was like the least one I was like focused on to make something happen, which is kind of like, I guess like life lesson.
Don't
Like,
force it.
don't force it.
Right,
Just
yeah.
let things
Right.
happen the way they're supposed to happen, and it's definitely like picked up a lot of steam. I'm really excited about it, and I think we have a good shot at doing a lot of fun stuff with it. Do you want to tell them what Challenger Deep means?
Oh, it's kind of, I was thinking about that. It's kind of funny now that I think about it. Well, Challenger Deep's the lowest point in the ocean. I could just leave it at that.
Mariana's Trench.
Yeah, in Mariana's Trench. I am not positive, but I think it is thusly named because of the Challenger watercraft vessel that dove down there. James Cameron.
Good old J-Cam.
J-Cam, you boy. Yeah, and
Thus the sea theme.
oh, the sea theme. Yeah, right. Exactly. Deep sea creatures, scary critters, submarines.
Atlanta will always be my home. I grew up here. I mean, I've traveled around. You know, been to a lot of countries in the Gulf. I've been to India. Just like I've been all over the world basically. And every time I come back, it feels like home. It smells like home. My family's here. These guys are here. Turned down moving to LA recently, actually, and I don't want to leave. I mean, it feels like it's growing, you know, and it continues to do that. And I think that we like the infrastructure is a lot like other cities have been in the past, but the growth is going to be a lot different. We have to find our own way, and I think that whatever way that is, it'll be a fun journey.
Tearing up, man. So I actually just drove from Tucson to here. I just got back today. It was really fun. And my buddy is moving from there to Miami, and like the whole way we were just talking about. Well, he's from here as well, and I also am from here and have lived here most of my life. And the whole way back, we were talking about how great Atlanta is, how we can't wait to get back. And I mean, I've been all over the world within reason, and he definitely has, being in the military. And we were just both talking about how unique the people are here as compared with other places we have lived, or been to. And I think that's what it means to me. Like, it's obviously home, but it's a unique place full of unique people.
Why did you move to Miami? That's Atlanta so much.
Change the scenery.
Get out of here.
For the ability to come home and feel rejuvenated.
Trees.
Trees.
Yeah.
Trees.
Jeez,
Some
traffic.
people will like be
Hell
like,
yeah.
trees, what do you mean? Just because you go to like most other major cities and it's just city forever. Like New York, I like going up there and hanging out, but coming down here, you still feel like you're part of like the natural world a little bit, which I think is important. Like I can drive like 15 minutes and be in the middle of the woods, like on a hike with my dog, like going in a like awesome river. or go to mountains or whatever, or just hang in the city, go to a park, do whatever.
Yeah.
Atlanta also for me is like perpetually up and coming. It's like always on the rise, but like never quite
Risen?
risen. Except for the traffic, that's always gonna be out of control.
Right.
But I'm excited for like the film industry has been coming here. There's been so many opportunities for people there. I'm hoping that there will be similar opportunities for musicians and collaborating with, I know we just being an instrumental band, that makes us like prime sort of people to like collaborate with like video producers and different artists to have our music get used.
Yeah.
Just because we bring some vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes, bro.
Yeah, I agree with everything.
G money.
And what else?
Lots of grass to mow.
You know, I don't have to deal with the traffic. That's actually a plus.
Yeah.
I work around here in Grant Park and in Park, Middletown. Grant Park, there's a Grant Park.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
So that's great. I do plug my business real quick. Grant Lane Lawn. No grass.
And make memes professionally.
What?
And make
Professional
memes
maker.
professionally.
Professional, yeah. Yeah, the trees are great. It's shade. It's hot.
Yeah.
And, well, I'll be still on. Wires, bellies. Arts is pretty cool.
Artist is dope.
We have pizza.
Free pizza with beer after 11 p.m.
Oh, shit. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the secret special.
Neat. I honestly really love getting a burger at the Vortex, in Little 5 Points specifically.
Yeah, Vortex is probably my favorite spot, actually.
Pretty much like East Atlanta Village is, you can
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
into like pretty much
Yeah.
any restaurant.
The turkey melt at Righteous Room is the best.
Wings at the local. Best wings in the city. Saying it now. Name one better. Exactly.
You're right.
Graveyard
You're
zombie
right.
wings are
There you
pretty
go.
good.
I'll let you
Nah,
decide.
get outta
Zombie
here.
wings are great.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
We're talking Sammy's, Reuben's Deli. It's near Georgia State. They've got the best sandwiches, I'd say. And most people probably don't ever go there.
Same with Nana G's Chicken and Waffles off Moreland. That place is amazing, and I don't think it gets much business. From what I mean, it gets business obviously, but every time I'm in there, it's only a couple people. Like, why isn't this place packed every time? But I'm also kind of glad about that because it means I can still go.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Across from Argosy. Yeah.
Yeah, they do the like $5 banh mi.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really, really.
that sounds really
Yeah.
good.
Let's go after this.
Okay.
Cool.
I guess like the bakery is the new cool spot. It's like sort of the spiritual successor to Mammal Gallery and like Wonder Root and those kind of places.
Cool.
I went over there for like Celesthesia or something. It's this event that Josh Lohner put on with a bunch of people, and that was like crazy. They took all recycled materials and like trash and like made this whole like warehouse space into this like crazy space opera sort of vibe.
Oh yeah.
And it was
Sweet.
nuts. It was
Yeah.
like the place to be
Yeah.
that weekend. They packed it out. Like artists represented from the entire community. That was
Bella's
really
been
cool.
awesome. She's like worked really hard for that place, Will Goldstein, with the bakery. She's like worked so hard to keep it going, and it's a really big success.
Yeah.
When Loner with the Space Opera, man, they put on a really good show. Yeah.
Yeah, everything about that place is like promising for having like, because a lot of those art spaces are pretty like tenuous in how long they'll be around. It usually relies on some benefactor or like organization to basically keep them floating. And I don't really know what their situation at the bakery is, but hopefully it's here to stay. That'd be nice.
Seems like it.
Cool.
Any overrated places there?
Buckhead.
Okay. Yeah.
Buckhead is, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Unless you're on a rooftop pool.
Yeah.
Not the place to go.
We're naming all like East Atlanta places that we probably aren't
Right.
Buckhead demographic.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
The Highlands are cool.
Can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a cool spot I do trivia at called Family Dog sometimes. That place is cool. Do trivia at Brew House. They're cool. Friday nights.
Mm.
Dirty South Trivia.
I would say the Atlanta music scene is it's pretty diverse. I mean, we went from, probably like in the early 90s, like late 80s, it was like a lot of hip hop, but I think that especially the fact that we as an instrumental band have been able to fit in anywhere is a pretty like stark contrast to that, I mean, I think that a lot of people have come to the city who expect just, what they like, and they can find it. It's really diverse, and it's been pretty welcoming for the most part. Say 95% of the time I have an awesome time, like playing everywhere that we play.
What's the 5%?
The 5% is when a string breaks, or there's like drunk guy throwing stuff, or
sorry about
James
that.
there.
We'll come back to you.
I like the Earl. I like the 529. What else am I just doing? I like the Unicorn. I like the Masquerade. It's changed, which is cool because we didn't know where it was going to go.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
Yeah.
And I like Turtle West. Just the big
Snissel Bar.
All right.
Yeah. Vinyl.
Sure.
Yeah. Center
Sure.
stage.
Sure.
Phillips.
I think that one of the best things is you can be as involved as you want.
Yeah.
We haven't played like a slew of shows. We have new music out now, and I'm sure things will start to ramp up. But you can, go once a week, play a show every week for a year, and not slow down, or play as little as you want to, and basically expect like the same kind of welcome. Every time you do. I think that people are always open to whatever anyone brings, and willing to try stuff out, and it's been great for us. I think that we can have a show at the drop of a hat, or schedule one months in advance. And that's really convenient.
Yeah.
Y'all shout out World's Greatest Dad. They're cool. We got a nice house show community.
Yeah, we actually played
Our first show ever,
first
right?
First
like
show.
official show to the public. We played like
Yeah.
a secret show just to like friends at Grant's
Big
house,
room.
Yeah.
and then played with World's Greatest Dad, Mighty.
And Food
They're
Games.
kind of blowing up too. They're playing with like Taking Back Sunday
What?
and Microwave in New Orleans, I think, in
Mighty?
August. Yeah, Mighty's
That's
opening
awesome.
for
Sweet.
Taking Back Sunday.
Cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool bands, and that's the thing. Like Jordan's saying, there's so much variety. I mean, we're definitely like a rock band, like instrumental rock. But I think if this was like 10 years ago, we would just be playing nothing but like metal shows. When like
Yeah.
August Burns Red was like a huge band. I still love
Yeah.
them, but
Right.
like Breakdowns was like all about it, and we would be playing nothing but those kind of shows at like the Masquerade or Swayze's or stuff. But I
Right.
think,
Swayze.
yeah, that's the right reaction. Swayze's.
I think they're still around.
Yeah, they are. They're still plugging
Oh,
away.
man.
Still plugging away. Tons of 14-year-old girls need a
August?
place to smoke cigarettes.
I actually played Swayze's in my stupid high school band.
Yeah, we all did, I think.
World's Greatest Dad is probably my my favorite local band. They're really awesome, and they're always doing something like crazy and experimental. Not necessarily with their music, but which is like Maddie Duncan is like a great songwriter. She doesn't really have to like rely on. She's done her experimentation, but they had like a photo booth in Little 5 Points, and they were just like had like waivers on the street, like with a clipboard, just like asking people to be in their music video, and they always deliver like a really positive and human message, and I'm all about that.
I would say if you haven't heard of or heard Little Tybee, definitely check them out. I remember the first time I saw them at Star Bar, I walked in and they had just started, and it blew my mind, like start to finish, and it was the most unreal thing to me. Jason was describing earlier, like they're just incredible songwriters, and the music is really beautiful. And also, we played a show a couple months ago. It's a band called Twin Birds. They do like some really fun, like 90s style rock and roll. It was really fun. I would say check them out too.
would triple down on the little tidy, just because I think if you're talking about people who have been like a staple of the like Atlanta art community, people who are pushing themselves to be like the best at what they do, and they've been dedicated, consistently raising that bar, like they deserve it, hands down. And I think they're working on new music or something, so hopefully get something out of them in the next year.
Sweet.
This band I work with from time to time doing shows, another self-plug, I have a booking production company called Indoor Kick Productions, and I've worked with, done a few hip-hop shows and different rock shows with this band Shoegazers that we're playing with at the Smith show. They are consistently releasing, like they just put out an EP, called like Straight Gas or something. It's 3 songs, every song is awesome. So I'm looking forward. And they've only been a band for like a year, so I'm really looking forward to what they put out in the future.
Yeah, Killer Cobra's dope.
Killer Cobra. Ooh, formerly Mr. Tie-Dye and now Misnomer. They are like an 11-piece brass section with like drums and bass and keys.
From Athens?
Yeah. They're great. They've changed their name a few times.
Oh, right. That's
But
fine. Yeah.
they played at Friendship Fest. But yeah, I'd put them like kind of similar. They're like a local snarky puppy kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
They're great. And then all those jam bands are awesome. Like Universal Psy is amazing. Partials, they played that bakery event I mentioned. They just won like best pop band at AthFest, I think.
Sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Very cool. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, a bunch of other stuff, pretty much anything, Bandcamp,
All the places.
Instagram, Twitter,
My
Facebook.
Challenger Deep Dude.
Yeah.
Challenger Deep Dude. It's
Right.
pretty much on every platform. That's what it'll be.
Right.
There's another Challenger Deep out there, so don't get confused.
Yeah.
We're the one with the whale, the cover.
We definitely have a sea creature and ocean theme. We really doubled down.
Right.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.